Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. Asia Wilson, okay.
Finally, after months of watching Nike roll out red carpets for everyone but the supposed face of the WNBA, Caitlin Clark just unveiled her signature logo, and now the jealousy is radiating to the league like a Vegas summer heat wave.
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on.
Aya Wilson thought she was a queen of Nike basketball, sitting pretty with her A1 shoe deal. But then Nike handed Caitlin Clark something she'll never touch. A logo printing millions and a cultural moment breaking the internet. The tears are flowing, the keyboards are smoking, and iOS salt levels just hit Dead Sea territory.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the Asia Wilson line where she has her logo on all of it.
Nike just dropped Caitlin Clark's signature logo, and it feels like the company finally remembered who really runs women's basketball. Those interlocking C's aren't just a design. They're a shot across the bow at everyone who tried to keep Clark in the shadows while pushing less magnetic names to the front.
All right, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 billboards. 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May. The start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are going to drop? Is that when these shoes are going to drop in May? We know that come October, we're going to get some merchandise. We're going to get some apparel. But the shoes, they said, coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026?
The woman who single-handedly dragged women's basketball into prime time, who packs arenas like she's handing out free cash, finally got the logo worthy of her superstar status. And Aya Wilson? She's absolutely losing her mind over it.
So a lot of people spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch this team play or come watch me play. And, I certainly understand that. And I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph because that can really impact somebody's life. And who knows, maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something, that they want to be one day. And, being able to do that and take, like I said, 10 seconds, like it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
Please subscribe, because we need to talk about what Nike just unleashed on the basketball world. This isn't just a logo, it's a cultural earthquake. The moment those interlocking C's hit the internet, Nike's servers buckled. The navy and yellow logo tee that dropped September 1st, gone in minutes after crashing site.
Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet. But you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
We're talking demand so unprecedented it made Jordan drops look like clearance sales. Within hours, insiders were projecting Caitlin Clark's signature shoe collection could pull in $100 to $150 million in revenue when it hits in 2026. And right on cue, here comes Aya Wilson crawling out of her championship cave to complain. Where's my logo? What about my cultural impact? I'm the 3-time MVP. The same tired chorus that's been whining since the day Caitlin turned pro. They just don't want to face what's right in front of them. Caitlin Clark is the face of women's basketball, and Nike finally had the guts to market her like the superstar she actually is.
And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner like camping out trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
You know what the most devastating part is? Aya Wilson has been with Nike since 2018. 6 whole years, and only just got her signature shoe announcement in 2024. 6 years to get what Caitlin Clark locked down in her rookie season with a real deal. The A1 shoe Wilson's been desperately pushing, it's pulling a fraction of the hype Caitlin's logo reveal generated in a single day. Wilson's launch landed with all the energy of a soft whisper, while Clark's logo announcement broke the internet and crashed Nike servers.
I lost all respect for A'ja Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
Meanwhile, the critics are seething because Nike finally acknowledged what the numbers have been screaming for over a year. This is the player who pushed WNBA viewership to its highest level in 24 years. The league averaged 657,000 viewers per game, and 19 of the 22 matchups that cracked 1 million viewers featured Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever. She didn't just move the needle. She snapped it off and launched into orbit. Yet Aya Wilson still thinks she deserves equal treatment when her games barely register on the cultural radar. The Wilson-Clark discourse turned toxic fast, with people trying to make it about everything except what actually is business. Wilson was getting praise from former teammates and coaches while quietly sitting on a 6-year Nike extension she'd been negotiating behind the scenes. The passive-aggressive posts, the subtle shade, the manufactured victim complex, all while knowing she had her own deal cooking. That's not a movement. That's manufactured drama designed to steal attention from a player who actually earned it.
Last years, A'ja Wilson truly co-created her new A1 signature basketball shoe and collection to ensure every detail is authentic to her and her community.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoops spewing all that crap about Caitlin Clark, yet you knew that A'ja Wilson's going to be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Let's address the elephant in the room that's got Aya so twisted up. For months, she's had to watch Caitlin Clark dominate headlines. Even while sitting injured on the sidelines, Clark keeps landing brand deals, signature logo reveals, and being positioned as Nike's golden child without even touching the court. Wilson can rack up MVPs and championships all she wants, but she can't manufacture the kind of cultural impact Clark generates just by existing. And that's what really has her pressed, the uncomfortable realization that talent alone doesn't equal marketability. Nike's treatment of Caitlin fundamentally rewrote the WNBA hierarchy Aya thought she understood. Wilson genuinely believed that rings and MVPs automatically made you the face of the league. But Nike gave Caitlin Clark a sleek, interlocking C logo destined for icon status, while Aya got, what exactly? A sparkle-shaped afterthought that looks like it came off a craft store shelf. The contrast is brutal. One screams superstar, the other barely whispers also here.
So somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this has never been done. Never.
Now Nike has course corrected, and they're going all in on their biggest asset. That logo isn't just marketing. It's Nike finally realizing what they have in Caitlin Clark. She's not just another WNBA player they can treat like an afterthought. She's a cultural phenomenon who brings everyone to the table. Families, kids, men who never watched women's basketball, casuals who turned into diehards. She's expanded the entire universe of the sport. The logo ties Clark to Nike's legacy in a way that feels authentic, not forced. She's been with the brand since 2022, calling it her basketball home, wearing their shoes since college. So when Nike unveiled those interlocking C's, it wasn't corporate pandering. It was alignment. Her signature shoe, reportedly dropping in 2026, is already projected to shatter every record in women's sports marketing, with estimates in the $100 to $150 million range. Meanwhile, Wilson's A1 launch earlier this year met with polite applause. Clark's will be a cultural event.
I think one of the reasons Nike's stock is dropping is how badly they've dropped the ball with the female phenom, A'ja Wilson. I think one of their experts should have had more foresight about her trajectory into being the best women's basketball player in the world, and they should have given her a signature shoe probably 2 years ago. Regardless of the sudden burst of media interest in the WNBA, thanks to the likes of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, A'ja is a proven winner and one of the brightest spots in all of basketball. The fact that A'ja's shoe deal emerged into the media after Caitlin's deal was already publicized gives reactionary vibes instead of this.
Caitlin Clark's $28 million, 8-year deal with Nike, it's already looking like the bargain of the century. Industry insiders admit Nike won't make their money back from shoe sales alone. This is about marketing, about locking in the most magnetic athlete in women's sports. Meanwhile, A'ja Wilson's 6-year extension gets described as one of the richest deals in women's basketball, but no one's talking cultural impact. No one's projecting revenue. The resale market tells the real story. When Clark's Kobe player exclusives dropped, they sold out in 5 minutes and were flipping for double retail before the hour was up. Her logo t-shirt launch? It crashed Nike's website and outperformed most signature shoe releases in traffic. Wilson's shoe announcements barely register a blip on social media. The market has spoken, and it's already chosen its queen.
Caitlin Clark signature shoe sold out in minutes. It was here, and then it was gone. Poof. It reminds me of Mike Tyson back in the days. Don't go to the bathroom or the fight is over. You go, girl.
A'ja Wilson's problem isn't talent. She's undeniably skilled. Her problem is that she truly believes talent alone should equal cultural dominance. She can't wrap her head around why a player who's been injured for half the season still generates more buzz than her unanimous MVP campaign. She can't comprehend why Nike gave Caitlin Clark the kind of signature treatment she's been chasing for 6 years. The cognitive dissonance is eating her alive. The WNBA hadn't seen a 7-figure television audience in 16 years before Clark arrived. Now it's routine. Her games average 1.09 million viewers, compared to just 414,000 for non-Clark games. Road attendance spikes 87% when Clark is in town. Wilson's games move numbers, but nothing like the seismic shifts Clark creates just by being on a roster. What's really gnawing at Wilson is watching Caitlin accomplish from the bench what she couldn't do with 3 MVP trophies. Even injured, without playing a minute, Clark is landing massive endorsement deals, getting signature logo reveals, and dominating every sports marketing conversation. Wilson's championship rings and individual accolades suddenly feel hollow next to the cultural earthquake that is the Caitlin Clark phenomenon.
I really don't understand the need to lie. So there's a hype that A'ja Wilson's shoes sold out in 5 minutes. I did some more fact checking. They only had 3,000 shoes, right? They're actually going to restock the shoe in 2 days on May 8th. Those are the facts. So the shoes aren't technically sold out. What they did was they put phase 1 of shoes to see if they sold. People bought it, and they're going to have another phase 2 on May 8th. So they're not technically sold out. Like, why people lie, bro? And I don't know who bought them.
So while A'ja Wilson keeps up her campaign to downplay Caitlin Clark's impact, Nike is busy printing money off the most marketable athlete in women's sports. That logo wasn't just Nike saying, "We get it now." It was an admission of what the rest of us have known all along. They struck gold with Caitlin Clark, and now they're finally acting like it. Wilson can hold on to her MVP trophies and championship rings. Caitlin Clark has something far more valuable: the power to move markets, crash websites, and redefine what's possible in women's sports marketing. That logo wasn't just a design drop. It was Nike planting its flag on the future of the league. And if Wilson's jealousy seems loud, it's understandable. She's watching someone else live the superstar dream she always thought would be hers. Clark's logo isn't just a symbol. It's a declaration that the future of the WNBA has arrived, and it doesn't revolve around A'ja Wilson's feelings.